Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends in Music, where we uncover, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And Charles and I are founding members of the Toadies, and now we're podcasting. And I can barely say it. Podcasting.
And we're rolling back the stone.
Oh, man.
Today.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about two of the greatest resurrections in rock history.
Yeah.
Or are they?
I know, but it's our Easter episode.
It's the Easter episode. And are these artists like Jesus and rose from the dead?
Yes.
And are they even dead?
That's the whole speculation.
Are they dead? Do they rise from the dead? Who knows?
I know. And I'm going to be talking about good old Jim Morrison.
And I'm going to be talking about Paul McCartney.
Classic story.
Is he dead? Do we know? Do we even know?
Well,
Has anyone poked him with a stick?
they just move him from event to event, like
poke.
Take him to the Super Bowl and put him in the booth.
Right. Have you seen Frankie Valli, speaking of?
No.
So they're doing all these shows with Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
And they have to pretty much like carry him and put him up on the stage.
No.
And he walks around like he doesn't even know where he's at.
What?
Dude, you have to check this out. And they're playing the music and he's supposed to be lip syncing to it. And he's walking around with the microphone and he looks like he's gumming it. Like maybe they put peanut butter on the end of the microphone. He's not here.
Oh,
totally.
My God.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's,
Frankie
Valli. And everyone's all singing this happy music. Walk like a man. And he's like, ma, ma. Opens his mouth. And
I know, just like he has a string bind where they just pull it to open his mouth.
Oh, it's so bad. Please stop doing that. Stop it.
Do they have the Four Seasons with him?
It's young people.
Of course, to try and give youth to the stage.
That are just like, and they're all happy and jumping around. No. They're wearing like cardigan sweaters, like, woohoo. And he's like, where am I? Mother.
Okay, I gotta see this.
Oh my God, there's a bunch of them.
Wow.
Because people are like, make it stop, please. They're like, they spent this money and they really thought they were going to see Frankie Valli. And they're like, oh my God, I cried the whole time. Make it stop, please, baby Jesus. Stop.
It's like seeing death in slow motion.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. Prop him up.
And they're like, the coffin's behind him, like opening and closing, chasing him. And there's the Grim Reaper in the background. He is not long for this earth.
That would be good if they gave him a sickle rather than a microphone.
Oh my God.
Oh,
it's really bad.
I'm starting to think we should have talked just about him.
Well, I mean, why don't we? It's like really bad.
Oh God. That's almost embarrassing to sell tickets for that, but
right.
Nothing's beneath that industry to make some money.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of someone else they've propped up like that. They do it quite often and it's kind of scary. And I don't know if like it's maybe his estate is trying to get money.
True. Yeah. It's like you got to he doesn't even know where he is. Doesn't even know.
He looks like he's going to wobble off the stage because he kind of walks in circles a little bit too. He's got his hands up and he's like, and he like will walk around in a circle like, where's the pudding?
And I love how the song is best known for is Walk Like a Man.
I know, right? I mean, we did have crosstalk we were going to talk about, but it looks like it's going to be this.
I know. That is going to be perfect. But yeah, it does seem like there does get to a point where people just need to let these old musicians just go. Well, I mean,
I do have another Frankie Valli story.
Oh, really?
Well, it's about the musical about Frankie Valli. So when I was in Mexico, I was at a resort.
Okay.
And they're like, come have dinner and watch the entertainment. They're going to perform whatever that Broadway play is. It's based on Frankie Valli.
Okay.
I can't even remember the name of it.
Not Walk Like a Man.
No, but it should be.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, this will be fun because I've never seen this musical and this will be great. Well, it's non-English speaking people who are singing the songs. so they don't know all the words right. And when they were singing Walk Like a Man and some of the other Four Seasons songs, it was just like, ooh.
Wow.
I was with my sisters and we were all like, what the fuck? This is awesome. Are we recording? This is great.
It's better than you could have hoped for.
But there's these sweet little handsome Hispanic guys who are like, have all the moves and are really happy. And they can sing high. They sounded great, except they didn't know all the words. Right.
Wow.
And,
you think,
and their accents came through on some of them.
You think they would have prepared them better. But is it just, is that the shtick of it? Just
right. So on Saturday they do that, and on Sundays they do mariachi. I don't
at
know
a local restaurant.
No, I mean, to me, I was like, oh, they sing really good, and it had to have been hard to prepare, and especially for you know all these fucked up Americans that are drinking mudslides all day at the pool.
And maybe they break into some Frankie Valley when they go do the mariachi on at the restaurant.
Really cool in Spanish.
Oh,
how do you say "walk like a man" in Spanish?
Walk like a man.
Le walk. No, it's not. That's French.
Like an hombre.
Oh yeah. I don't know. In Texas, and we don't know Spanish.
I know.
It's so bad. Or they could have brought the half alive Frankie Valley out.
Yeah.
And everyone would have been distracted by their broken English.
Yeah. Now, speaking of not knowing Spanish, have you ever gone to a authentic Mexican restaurant or like a taco truck or something?
Right.
And I have trouble ordering because first of all, I'm not sure what I'm ordering.
Right.
Because it's like,
you have to say, is that intestines?
Lingua? Or barbacoa?
No hablo español. And then they'll go, yeah, you want the pig guts. No, I don't.
And then, of course, you're going like, no.
Although,
no.
Have you had a really good chicharron taco, though?
I think I've had some good ones.
Oh, chicharron, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, now I understand chicharron, but sometimes some of those things, I don't know what I'm getting. And it's just like Mexican roulette. I don't know what I'm going to get.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
But it's probably going to be good if it's like a taco truck or something.
Menudo is made out of that band.
Their blood. And I hear that's one that's
why
good
they have
for
to
hangovers.
Keep replacing them because they have to make tacos out of them.
Yes. Oh yeah. Because who was it? Ricky
Martin.
Yeah, I guess
he survived.
Yeah,
because he's really good at knife play.
But he's very pale because of all the blood loss. Knife play. Oh
shit!
I'm telling you, that's why Menudo keeps going.
I guess
it's good stuff.
Speaking of resurrections,
yeah. So now we're coming back to you are Britain and I'm American on this one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it happens on both sides of the pond.
Yeah. So
dead or alive.
But I'll talk about Jim Morrison first.
This is cool.
It's amazing.
These are two of the most popular conspiracy theories, probably, except for Elvis thrown in there.
I knew about the conspiracy theories, but I didn't know some of the details, so it was kind of fascinating reading.
I don't know the details, so let's get into it. I want to hear it.
And all of this comes about because in March of 1971, Jim Morrison, he took a leave from the Doors and he let the band know he's kind of taking a break, and so he went to Paris to be with his girlfriend in the apartment that she was renting there. And then on July 3rd of that same year, he was supposedly found dead in the bathtub of the apartment by his girlfriend. And now
I'm a suspect. She's a suspect.
The official cause of death was listed as heart failure, but because of French law, there was never an autopsy. So couldn't get the real answer on this one. or if there were even a body to do an autopsy on.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? Okay.
Now,
Tell me more.
Yeah, and some people claim that he died from excessive drinking. Some say it was an accidental heroin overdose. And then you got the ones that say he never did die, because the funeral, it was a private funeral and it was a closed coffin service, because he's buried in Paris.
So who decided that? His family or
I think it was just
his girlfriend?
I don't think the family was even there. It was just more of, just
he died and then they sent a card to the family.
who knows what happened. But
okay, that's kind of weird.
So when you get into the fake death theories, some claim that he fled to Africa, some say to New York, or some say to Oregon. So you got him spread out everywhere.
There's one place where he would stand out more than the others. Jim Morrison in Africa. What I mean, where's he gonna? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it'd be the fitting part of
the
it.
safari people saw him riding off in the distance on a rhino.
Yeah, he drives the Jeep for sightseeing.
A little safari hat with a yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and he just hums the whole time. But see, now Jim's own obsession with death as transformation kind of fueled the fire for the whole thought of, is he really dead? There's a whole fringe culture of Jim Morrison sightings that exploded after his death, especially in the 70s and 80s. And so just some of the claims are that he's a cowboy poet in Oregon. And in the late 80s, a very Morrison-like man going by the name of Bill Lawyer was reportedly living on a remote ranch near Rogue River in Oregon.
That sounds like a made-up name.
Well, he's going to have to make up a name. So,
yeah,
but
very made up.
Locals described him as reclusive but charismatic, a heavy drinker who quoted French poets, smoked like a chimney, and would occasionally bust out lines from Doors songs. So,
really, okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Now he told one neighbor that he lived next to, he used to be somebody, but that he got tired of all the noise. So, and a local journalist who tried to interview him said he vanished suddenly one day, leaving behind only empty bottles of absinthe and a scrawled note that read, "You cannot petition the dead with prayer."
It's him.
Doesn't that sound like him? I know.
That is him. So he absconded as soon as it got too close.
Yeah, I could see him really freaking about the whole, just all the fans and all the level of, because he really kind of started going downhill late in because he was all sexy and all that early in the Doors. And then on that last album, he's kind of just heavy with a beard. And it's like, so I don't know if his brain could handle it. Now, some claim he is in New Mexico as a desert shaman. So,
oh yeah, I could totally see that.
Now, multiple people report seeing a man resembling Morrison hitchhiking near Taos in the mid to late 70s. He wore cowboy boots, had long sun-damaged hair, and introduced himself only as Mojo.
What?
And now he told one person, death is a door. I just walked through it sideways. He was spotted multiple times around shamanic circles and peyote rituals, allegedly even leading a sweat lodge under the name Jimbo Snake.
Okay, that's him too.
So I know, it's like maybe he's just moving all around, because they're definitely sounding like him.
Are these happening at the same time? It's not, is it?
No, they are.
So yeah, that's him moving around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
he's
then
alive.
And now in 1992, a Doors super fan swore he saw Morrison at the Venice Beach Drum Circle, wearing mirrored glasses and a leather vest on
That would
on the
smell bad.
beach. Ugh. The man reportedly walked up, grabbed a djembe, and started chanting lyrics from Peace Frog, one of the Doors songs. Now, what made it extra creepy was the man left suddenly and was followed by several feral cats. And when questioned, one older drummer claimed, "He's always here. You just have to listen." So that's another one.
All of these people are high.
It really sounds like it, doesn't it? Now, here's one that kind of hits in Texas. So, a long-running urban legend in Texas circles involves a Chili's restaurant in South Austin, where a cook nicknamed James supposedly looked exactly like an older Jim Morrison, complete with a beard. He would scribble poetry on order tickets and a tendency to quote Nietzsche while flipping burgers. Now, he would play Riders on the Storm on the kitchen radio every night before closing. And once he stopped mid-shift, looked at a customer and said, "You're looking for something you'll never find in a menu. Trust me."
Man.
And then here's another part about this guy. A bartender at that Chili's even reported that James, the guy, normally the line cook, took over bar duty one day during a short staff emergency. Hate those short staff emergencies.
Same.
Bastards call in sick. When a woman ordered a margarita, he leaned in and said, "The salt is for your wounds, the lime is for your sins, and the tequila is for forgetting all about it."
Man. Okay, I need to remember that because every time I have a margarita,
oh, wouldn't you love
someone
to
has that,
announce that?
like,
I know.
right.
Yeah, see?
Just like say it like,
yeah, and it's like,
say it like Jim.
And now the funny thing about this, Ray Manzarek, the guy that did the keyboards for the Doors, he entertained the idea that Morrison could have faked his death. And he's even said in interviews, if there is one guy that could pull it off, it's Jim. He talked about it all the time. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he talked about where he just would fake death.
I wonder if he's still alive now, though, because with the Chili's one was 92.
Yeah, so where would that put him now? I mean, good 90s? God. Oh, good Lord. He's got to be dead somewhere.
Is Ray alive still?
No, I think he did die recently.
Yeah, so I bet you that James died in the parking lot at Chili's. No one cared. And
right. And just
so the Lizard King passed away in Texas.
No, that would be cool.
I'm just gonna take it.
Just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have had a burger made by Jim Morrison.
See, I have always believed this one. Because this one just feels like he's the type of guy that would do it.
Right.
I don't believe Elvis was.
No, I agree. I agree.
That he had the money to do it, but I don't think he did. But Jim Morrison, because he's just that type of,
he's
dude.
On that mental level.
Yeah.
Where he would love to just escape and just start as something else.
Because I always thought that Andy Kaufman faked his death for a while.
Yeah.
And in the same way that Jim Morrison would, because they're both the same kind of fuck with people's heads, guys.
Right. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
More
cerebral than anything else.
Yeah.
Elvis is not cerebral. He's just
fuck. But then, God, who would want to work at Chili's?
Jim Morrison. James.
James. There you go.
Salt for your wounds. Dude.
I guess so. Just do a whole complete 180 and a change of lifestyle.
Maybe you got free burgers.
Oh, now you're talking. Okay. Or at least an appetizer.
Right.
Yeah. So we got to remember that to say that when we order a margarita.
I'm going to say it every single time.
Then you just become this cool, mysterious person.
I know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they're deep. I'm like, let's talk about farts. They're like, oh, maybe not. All right.
Now you've got Paul McCartney.
Yeah. So most people have heard of this conspiracy theory, I think. The Paul is dead conspiracy.
Big with Abbey Road cover and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most enduring pop culture conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
But here's the theory, conspiracy theory. Paul McCartney, the bassist for the Beatles, got to mention bassist, died in 1966.
Yeah.
And was secretly replaced with a lookalike to prevent mass hysteria.
Right. I have heard that where people say like the nose changed a little bit. Or
things. And they were in 66. They were right on. I mean, it was getting crazy for them.
Right.
And to preserve the band's success, they had to stand in.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Definitely one of my favorites, conspiracy theories. My dad and I remember when I was a kid listening to a radio program about this.
Yeah.
It's probably on AM radio because that's where all the conspiracy theories lived.
Yeah.
And I remember like, a weekend, it was a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and we're sitting around listening to this radio program.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that sounds old, doesn't it? Who does
sounds
that?
So 50s. Yeah.
Drinking Fanta.
Yeah.
After a hard day on the farm.
Yeah. And mama made cookies.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
or sand tarts.
I know. So we're listening to this, and I was like, oh, this is true. Paul McCartney's dead. And my dad pulled out his records, and we started looking at them as the radio host was talking about it. And I was like, oh my God, he is barefoot. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The cover does look like a funeral procession.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we loved it so much. My dad sent in money in an envelope, and we actually got the transcript for the radio program.
That's cool.
We had it for the longest time. I wish I still had it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this one's one of my favorites. So the origins of the theory. This started gaining traction in 1969. So they said he died in 66, but in 69 is when people started talking about it and started getting the big churn.
That's when Abbey Road came out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was. So that really kicked it in.
And it's largely through a combination of college campus rumors, which that makes sense.
Of course.
Underground newspapers and radio broadcasts.
Yeah.
Like the one that we listened to. A college student published an article claiming that if you look closely at Beatle lyrics and album covers, there were clues suggesting that Paul is dead.
Yeah.
The alleged story is, according to the theory, Paul McCartney died in a car crash on November 9th, 1966. Rather than announce his death, the band replaced him with a lookalike named William Campbell or Billy Shears.
Wow, Billy Shears.
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar from one of their albums.
Yep.
Okay. Sgt. Pepper.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this guy, Billy Shears, had won a Paul McCartney lookalike contest.
Ooh.
Right? So he looked like him. The surviving Beatles supposedly left hidden messages or clues in their songs and album artwork, either out of guilt or an inside joke. Okay, if someone dies, you're going to go, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. This is hilarious. Not an inside joke.
But they would get high as fuck back then. Because, I mean, look, Yellow Submarine and all that weird shit they came up with. I could almost see them being like, let's take it to another level. Let's make it all ethereal and all this. But, it's an interesting way to mourn.
I know, right? Here are the clues that fans point to. The album covers. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which was released in 1967. Supposedly it is a funeral scene. Paul is the only one holding a black instrument.
Oh,
right? And he's wearing a patch that says OPD, allegedly meaning officially pronounced dead.
Wow.
Though in reality, it's a Canadian police patch. The Abbey Road album from 69.
Mm-hmm.
John's in white. He's the preacher.
Right.
Ringo's in black. He's the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Paul is the corpse.
Yep.
He's barefoot and out of step and smoking a cigarette in the wrong hand, which I don't know what that means. What does it mean, smoking a cigarette in the wrong hand? Because that's what they're saying.
Well,
like he's left-handed. Does it mean he's smoking in his right hand?
So he's smoking on the right hand?
I don't know.
Huh.
And George is the grave digger.
Yep.
So someone made them into like wrestling WWE characters.
And I've
the
always
preacher, the Undertaker, the grave digger,
and
corpse.
Do you know how long it would take you and I to do a photo of us walking out of sync? I mean, where you got three guys walking at the exact same way, and then one is not. How the fuck do you arrange that? I
mean, it seems like it'd be easier to get out of sync than in sync.
I don't know. But then to get three people in the sync of the walk, I know it's like they did.
They're all like we talked about before. They're all high.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just a given. They're all high and walking. Maybe Paul's not high or not as high as the other ones. The other ones are on shrooms and they're totally in sync and connection.
Okay.
And Paul's over here on meth. Do they have meth then? Or on something whatever.
Like
maybe he's on LSD and he's on a totally different plane.
See? Yeah. I mean, he's smoking in the wrong hand.
Right.
So
what is the wrong hand? Anyway, Magical Mystery Tour. The walrus is a symbol of death in some cultures.
Whoa.
Which I don't know which one. I looked. I don't know which one. What, like Eskimos?
I just thought big teeth.
Right.
So like it represented British people.
Right. And in the song Glass Onion, John sings, the walrus was Paul. I think that he's just making fun of Paul for gaining a little weight. He's looking a little doughy. And John's like poking him, going, hey, fat boy walrus.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not the one getting chubby.
The
walrus was Paul. Don't call me the walrus.
Right.
Yeah.
So they also, they also point to song lyrics. A Day in the Life. The lyric is, he blew his mind out in a car.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I always thought about that. I was like, ooh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I am the walrus. The nonsensical lyrics are said to hide messages. They're high.
Oh, God, they are.
That's it. They're high. I am the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Come on. There is nothing hidden in there except I'm so fucking high.
It's also fucking high to think of having a magical mystery tour and you dress up as animals.
Right.
And you just can't get more jacked up than that.
They're really high.
I mean, there was some good stuff.
If I was super high, I would say I am the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo, too, as well. Revolution 9.
Yeah.
Played backwards. Fans claim to hear Turn Me On, Dead Man.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in that radio program that we got the transcript to, he kept playing that backwards.
Oh.
And I was like, I hear it. I hear it. I totally fucking hear it. Anyway, Strawberry Fields Forever, which if I was going to like a Beatles song, I think Strawberry Fields Forever might be the one that I like.
Kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John allegedly says, I buried Paul at the end. He later clarified that he is saying cranberry sauce. Okay. So
what?
I buried Paul,
cranberry
sauce. I buried Paul, cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
They're not even close to
even.
Not.
And why do you say cranberry sauce?
Right. They're high.
Yeah.
That's why they're in this song. I am the walrus. In this song, I'm talking about Strawberry Fields Forever. And then a cranberry sauce.
Or he just likes it.
Yeah. I'm going to name things I like.
Yeah.
Mussels. On crackers. Cranberry sauce. Bangers.
What food would you whisper if you had to choose what you like?
Key lime pie. Which some people might hear, I killed Charles.
It's true. Oh, damn. Okay, rumors start.
Right? So the reality is Paul McCartney is very much alive.
Yeah.
Well, is he? Well,
Paul Jr.
I think he's alive.
Yeah.
I think Paul's alive, and he's joked about the rumor many times. But how do you get people off the trail? You joke about it and say, oh, that's stupid conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
In 1969, Paul gave an interview from his farm in Scotland to Life magazine saying, if I were dead, I'd be the last to know. I think he's tipping his hat saying I'm really fucking dead.
Yeah.
But here's what I think. The Beatles were all dead to me. All of them.
Yeah.
As soon as they made that song, Michelle.
Oh, that's
song?
terrible. Yeah.
It's horrible. So when they made that, they recorded that the year that I was born.
Oh no. Thank God you're not named Michelle.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I would blow my brains out in a car. Like they said. They're taunting me.
I'd have to find a Lisa Jr.
I know.
Oh God.
So they're all dead to me.
Yeah.
Now I don't like the Beatles. My love of the Beatles is very, I talk about it. They're not as bad as Henry Rollins, but
but they're right up there.
I actually like them as people. I think they're awesome. Yeah. I just don't want to hear their music.
I hear you.
But I like Wings. What the hell is the matter with me?
Right? You like the Paul that bought a ranch in Switzerland and then recorded Wings stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the bot.
Yeah.
And I love each of their individual things.
Yeah.
George Harrison's solo
amazing.
albums.
Yeah. Yeah. They're Things
really
Must
good.
Pass.
Oh my God, that's a great album.
Yeah.
But why I don't like the Beatles.
Put them together and it's
it's Michelle. Vomit.
But I think also people, if they really get a conspiracy in their heads, they can find anything.
Right. If you're looking for it, you will find it.
But it is an interesting coincidence about all these different things for different albums.
If you really want to delve into it, look up Todd Lewis. Is that guy alive? Who knows?
I've seen some pictures. I don't know.
It might not be him.
Frankie Valli with a guitar.
He even changed his name. He changed his name to put people off. Frankie Valli with a guitar. Dude, that's funny.
It just wheels him right out.
But yeah, I mean, he changed his name and everything.
Because, well, you know what? You're digging into something, because the Todd I know is not like the Vaden I know.
Right.
Ooh. They really sucked at choosing the second person
it's his evil
Todd.
Twin.
Yeah, it really is.
They replaced him with the evil twin.
Yeah.
Like the really nice Todd became Vaden.
And no other songs were really big hits after.
Well, some people can say no other songs were written.
So yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
time to start a conspiracy theory.
It is.
Okay.
God is dead. Yeah. Okay. I said cranberry sauce.
Yeah, right.
I'm correcting it. Yeah. Cranberry sauce.
I think you said pork rind.
Oh man. Wait.
You
start talking about members of your previous band passing away, and in comes the kazoo. Like a motherfucker.
Yes, and that kazoo can never be replaced. There's always the one and only. But yes, the great moment of the show where we talk about Lone Star Salutes.
Lone Star Salutes, the 1-star reviews of anything you guys review that you dislike enough to give it 1 star. Anything about music.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I kind of took mine a little bit because Jim Morrison supposedly worked at Chili's.
Yes.
I found a Chili's 1-star review.
Hell yeah. Bring it. Bring it.
This is an interesting one just by the way that he talks about the verbiage he uses. But this is Zach.
Hey, Zach.
And when something or someone is attractive, society often refers to this person or thing as hot. Our meal this evening was okay, but the service we experienced lived up to its chilly name.
Ooh.
Pun is intended. I felt like a river that had been punished by God and was no longer allowed to access to the rain.
What the fuck?
I know,
So
it gets
dried
weird.
up river?
I guess.
Is this Jim Morrison writing this?
Oh, it could be, because listen to this next phrase. My goblet was not adequately filled. Goblets are supposed to be filled, so it was really a passive aggressive move. And then whilst who the hell writes
It's
whilst?
Jim Morrison.
Whilst trying to pay on their little game payment processor, I couldn't find the chip location. Instead of directing me on where to insert, my waiter decided to just show me how to reset the whole machine. Cool party trick, bro. It took 5 minutes for it to restart. I feel as dissatisfied as a young woman who patiently waited for her wedding night before entering into relations with a man and was then given a 14-second letdown. Will not return.
I see that Chili's answered this. Can you read the reply?
I'd love to. This is someone from the Chili's guest engagement team.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Zach. We're sorry that we messed up in so many ways when you were here. We'll work with our team to make sure we learn from your feedback. We take this seriously and would love to resolve it with you. Please give our guest engagement team a call or go to Chili's Yelp feedback and we'll make it right. Thanks.
Well, that was a nice reply from Chili's.
It was very generically pleasant. Yeah. Should we be referring to our cups at restaurants as goblets?
Never. Never have I called. I don't have that word in my vocabulary.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think in a scenario where I would say goblet.
See, or whilst. Yeah. It's like we sit across the table of each other and I call you fair maiden.
Right.
And it's like, but see, that's dumb. But when you have
it's only a goblet when you drink mead out of it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly, with a lid on it to keep the flies out.
Yeah, no one drinks out of a fucking goblet.
See, Jim Morrison is cool because he has the coolest saying for a margarita.
Yes,
this is an idiot.
Yeah, that's a goblet. And
yeah, it's like he's probably has his sword and armor on from going to the whatever that event is.
He does live action role play.
Yeah, jousting.
LARPing. I'm a LARPer whilst I drink out of my goblet.
Yeah, jousting with paper towel rolls. Yeah, something dumb. But yeah, so Chili's got a 1-star.
Have you tried Chili's margaritas? The El Presidente that are in the shaken, they're in the martini shakers.
No.
100% a delicious margarita.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Damn.
So I say try it.
Okay.
It's delicious.
And how pour it in a goblet.
Muy delicioso.
Oh, there you go.
It's good. Drink it. That's the only thing I think at Chili's, except for their goblets.
Yeah.
That you should try.
Just go in, get that, and get out of there.
Right. Can I have a goblet with no water and an El Presidente?
And then when you get the El Presidente, you can use the margarita phrase.
Right.
You're set. Okay.
I'm going to review Paul McCartney's Driving Rain.
Oh.
And this review is courtesy of Doryless. And Doryless titles this, "And when it rains, it bores."
Okay. Clever.
Doryless says, "This guy was a Beatle? You never know it by listening to this garbage. Flaming Pie was a surprise hit with many people when it was released because it had a few good songs on it. Unlike the typical McCartney album, which usually has none.
Oh,
Paul
God.
returns true to form with this disaster. Freedom is one of the worst songs ever written.
Wow.
That's pretty harsh.
That is.
Your Loving Flame is a half-baked love song that never gets off the ground. Driving Rain is the epitome of dumb lyrics combined with a forgettable, embarrassing tune. Of all the four Beatles, Paul has had the most disappointing solo career.
Wow. Wow.
You know what? The solo stuff, yeah, I guess that's right. Wings, good. Paul McCartney, nah.
Yeah.
In the 70s, he sold well, but he has never had an album like All Things Must Pass and Plastic Ono Band.
Oh.
That's true.
It's
really true.
It is.
I mean, that have withstood the test of time. I know I was not expecting much, but I was hoping for better than this.
Oh. Well,
so
interesting.
Doesn't like it.
No, but I haven't really thought about that because it's like, yeah, Paul and Wings, they created together and then Paul did his solo stuff. And I haven't heard anything good from Paul's solo.
That's what I was thinking too, because I always consider Wings to be Paul.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
of course.
that's not even a band, it's Paul.
Yeah.
But this person reminds me, it actually was a band. I mean, like you want to say Linda was in that band. I mean, come on. We've talked about this before.
Yeah. Listen to that vocal.
Right. So is Wings a solo project? I want to say yes.
I did, because I can't remember who the guitarist was for Wings, but he was well known too. Does Paul really flourish when he has people writing with him?
Ooh.
I mean, or
maybe
do you think he wrote everything on his own in Wings? I don't know. Ooh, this is getting into something different.
I'm questioning Paul.
I know, because maybe
he is Ted.
This is getting into something deeper.
Right, because you look at Ringo. Is he even a Beatle?
He always was just kind of like
he's kind of like he's just there.
And now he just goes around and just kind of lives off that with
I'm Ringo
shows.
I'm Ringo.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Ringo. To me he's like a dog name. So when you think of Ringo, you think, well, that'd be a good name for a dog. And that's about it. Yeah.
And I think Ringo's only had a couple hits in the 70s, but nothing that big a deal. So, maybe it was John Lennon and George Harrison.
I think so. I think it is.
Thing. That could be.
Bass players are overrated. Holy fuck.
I've been trying to tell you that for so long.
Oh, man. George Harrison was my favorite Beatle.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Who's your favorite Beatle? The dog name guy?
Dog name guy. Ringo. No, I'd have to say John Lennon.
See, it's a close tie.
Yeah.
Yoko counts as a demerit against
that's true.
John. She's cray.
That was an interesting.
He loved the hell out of her.
Oh God, yeah.
And sometimes you shouldn't love crazy people so hard.
Maybe he was afraid to not take her anywhere because she would come after him.
She did sound haunted sometimes.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, when you freak out Chuck Berry, you know you gotta be jacked up.
That man goes hard.
Oh,
man, yeah.
God, man.
Speaking of freaking out Chuck Berry, it's the happy ending, everybody.
Oh man,
it's one of Chuck Berry's favorite things.
Oh yeah. That's what made him do that walk.
He'll duck walk all over the shit.
He had his moves. Oh,
we're the happy ending.
Oh.
So the good news here is both of these are true stories. Very well. I mean, we don't know they're true conspiracy.
All the theories truly exist.
These are truly conspiracy theories that have been created in the fabric of pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jim Morrison, I think, is less proven than Paul McCartney. Because, I mean, come on. As much as you want to kick Paul McCartney in the nuts.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Well, and it's like with Jim Morrison, it's like if you've got a weird neighbor, then you could almost call him Jim Morrison because
oh my God, I'm going to start doing that. I have a weird neighbor.
See, it could be Jim Morrison because if he's doing something weird,
and he does listen to the Doors a lot. I didn't even think about this.
Oh my God!
He parks his Jeep behind my house, and he plays the Doors really loud some mornings.
So it's James. He quit Chili's and now
his name is Bill, though.
Oh, well, see, they're sticking with the just simple, straightforward names.
Right.
But it's sounding like you might have Jim Morrison in your backyard.
His wife is Mojo. Just kidding.
Do they set up sweat tents and everything? God. Well, I'm going to have to come over and see.
Yeah, you'll have to meet them.
Yeah.
They're very nice people.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
They'll do stuff in my yard. And I saw that you had this thing that was bugging me. So I just fixed it. Is that okay? And I was like, I don't care.
I if you just want Jim as a fixer.
Right. Just fix it. If it's bugging you, probably not bugging me. Just go ahead. Just don't look in the windows. Don't be creepy.
Yeah, now they probably have aluminum foil on their windows.
Your hose was leaking. I fixed it. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You do it. I thank you very much.
Riders on
Jim Morrison. Yeah. I'm going to tell him. He knows we have a podcast, and I'm going to tell him. I was like, we have a theory in our podcast that you might be Jim Morrison, and then he'll like do that little dance.
Yeah.
Loser King dance.
Oh, yeah.
He'll hop on the hood of my car, my SUV.
You gotta film it.
Oh man, I totally will.
Yep. Jim Morrison sighting. Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Please follow the links in our show notes and find us on all the socials.
Yeah, definitely. Like, subscribe, rate, leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. Be sure to, check out YouTube lives. We're going to try and get those going soon. So
thank you so much. You helped us go live.
Yeah.
So we're going to start doing some stuff.
Oh, I know. Now the balls are rolling.
We'll probably do some Q&A things. I think that would be fun later to just like open it up and let's do a live and ask us anything.
Yeah. And be ready. We might ask you something.
Oh my God. Yeah. We will.
Because we're way more curious than they are.
We're so curious. And please join us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tale?
Or is it cranberry sauce?
It is cranberry sauce.
In a can.
We should start using cranberry sauce if we're going to kill someone. That's the code.
The last thing they hear before they die.
Cranberry sauce.
Oh, and don't do it slow. Just go cranberry sauce. In a can.
In a weird voice. Cranberry sauce.
I know we've talked about it before. Do you like fresh or in a can?
You know what?
Wait. I
like fresh.
Yeah.
But I'll eat the can. You like the can because you like the rings.
Yes. Because it fits right into the cylinder.
That noise that it makes when it comes out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't break the rings. God.
It's like fisting cranberry sauce. It's gross.
It makes a great impression. You know?
Literally.
Literally.
We love you.
All right. Love y'all. Talk to you next time. Next Wednesday. Yeah. Something else. Something else crazy to talk about.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Easter Bunny.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Where it had the bunny do the noise. By the way, Cadbury eggs.
I don't like them. They changed the chocolate. They're made in America.
Because I remember the excitement as a kid when they were coming out with Cadbury eggs.
Yeah.
And it was, you broke it open and you saw a true... Yes. You saw the yolk. You saw this liquid forming. Now it's just like some pasty shit.
Americans ruined a British delicacy. It's American chocolate or something. What is it, like Hershey's crap chocolate instead of the nice British Cadbury chocolate?
Cheap ass Jack
Comes
Rabbit
from
eggs.
like some dirty river, where bog people died. Adds flavor to the chocolates.
Bog people. They're the ones that say cranberry sauce before they
flavor the chocolate.
Oh, damn. All right, there's the Easter thought.
Peace be with you.
All right, bye.
Hop, hop, little bunny so bright in the meadow under the sky.
God.
With a fluffy tail and